Hey guys, thanks for tuning in today. So I'm actually going to be doing a Sephora VIB recommendations list for you guys, and please don't be mad or get angry that I'm doing this. I just wanted to do it for fun. I mean, why not? We have nothing else to do, so I just decided to do this for you guys. And maybe, you know, some people are actually going to be shopping this out or interested in some products, and these are the products that I would recommend to you guys. There's more products, but the thing is that I wanted just to stick to specifically items that you could only find at Sephora. There might be like a product or two that you can find at Ulta, but I was trying to specifically just, you know, products you could only get there, because Ulta always has 20% off. I'm pretty sure they're going to be throwing out a discount code the same, because they always do this. Anytime that Sephora has a sale, they always end up throwing a code out there. So that's why I was trying to specifically only show products that they sell at Sephora, so that's why it's not that many products. But yeah, if there is one or two products that they sell at Ulta, well then I guess you can get it at Ulta, but these are mostly all Sephora stuff. So anyways, the first product that I want to show you guys is this Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury, and I use this as a base. I put it under my foundation, mixed in with my foundation, and sometimes over my foundation, and I think it's really nice. And usually the shade that I have it in is in the shade 4, and I feel like this is like a perfect match for my olive skin tone. Surprisingly, I think it works really well, and it does leave like a nice glowy, nothing crazy, you know, gleaming lights to your skin. Personally, I think this looks nice. And then for foundations, I actually wanted to recommend two, and the first one is this NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and it looks like this. And I absolutely love this foundation. It's literally my favorite foundation of all time. And in case you guys are wondering, I have the shade Stromboli. I feel like this is the most beautiful foundation, and I've tried other foundations. There's one that I'm going to mention right now that are close to this, but nothing beats this one. I feel like the longer I wear this, the nicer and more radiant my skin looks, and that's what I love about this foundation. It wears nice, it even fades out nice. So if you're wanting like a glowy foundation, I would really recommend this one. I think you would really like it. And then another foundation that I know no one talks about is this Kevyn Aucoin The Etherealist Skin Illuminating Foundation, and it looks like this. And this one also works just like the NARS, where the longer you wear it, the more glowier it looks. And obviously, as you can see, I have a theme going on here that I love glowy looking skin. I have really dry skin, so anything that will help me look glowier, the better. And I know no one talks about this, but I feel like this is such a great foundation. It's very natural, it's not heavy, and like I said, it leaves a nice illuminating look to your skin. So maybe if you already have this one but you want to try something else, I would really suggest this one. And then in case anyone's wondering, the shade I have is EF08. So those are the two foundations that I would recommend. And then I would also want to recommend, I can't find it at all, I don't know where the heck it went, but it's the Makeup Forever foundation stick. I'll try to insert a photo somewhere on here. That one also leaves a very dewy and beautiful glow to your skin. That one, when I apply it, what I do is I usually rub it on the back of my hand, and then I'll use a sponge or a brush, and then I'll grab it from there. I never grab it directly from the stick, just because that's not how I like to apply it. And whenever I do that, even with the sponge, it leaves such a nice glowy, natural, not too heavy. I don't like heavy foundations. I'm more of a light to medium foundation type of girl. I'm okay with, you know, imperfections showing. I actually like that. But yeah, so that's another one that I would really recommend in case you guys are interested. And then the only concealer that I have to recommend is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it looks like this. I'm hoping it's zoomed in. And I have it, well, I have like 3 shades. I have Café con Leche, Custard, Ginger, and that's it for now. And I really love this concealer. It's literally my all-time favorite concealer. I haven't found anything that matches this one. I actually want to try out the Kosas. You know, they said that it's really moisturizing, so I'm hoping that it will be. I tried out the, oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of it. the avocado concealer. I can't remember the name at the moment, but that one was way too orange for my olive skin tone. But I feel like this one's perfect. You can find brightening shades, skin tone shades, you know, maybe if you want to contour with this is perfect. It never leaves my face looking cakey, and especially because I have very bad dry under eyes. So I would really recommend this for anybody that's wanting more of a natural and nothing too heavy concealer. This is my recommendation to you guys. And in case you guys are wondering, I actually am wearing this today. I'm not wearing either one of these. I'm actually wearing the Shiseido one, but I feel like that one's not as good as these two. And then I did wear this underneath today. And then for setting powders, of course, I have to mention the Laura Mercier setting powder, translucent setting powder, and it looks like that. And I actually have the mini version just because it lasts me forever. Like I said, I have dry skin, so when I use this very sparingly on my face. I only use a tiny bit and I just gently tap it all over. But yeah, but I feel like if you want to try this out, maybe try and get the mini like I did. Like I said, it will last you a long time if you're using it not for baking. If you're planning to use it for baking, I don't know how long this is gonna last you, because I know people when they bake, they like pack that stuff on. So yeah, but regardless, any product that you see that they might have a mini of, I honestly suggest you try that out first. And then if you really love it, because sometimes it lasts you for a long time, longer than you think it will, by the time that maybe the next sale comes along, you can purchase a full size one if you know, love the way it worked with your skin or your foundation, whatever. That's my recommendation to you guys. And then another product, this is a finishing powder, but I like to use it as a setting powder. And you guys have seen me talk about this like a million times, and it's the Ambient Lighting palette, and it looks like this. And I particularly always use these two. I always use this one to set my under eye, and then I use this one all over. And I don't know if you can tell, but this thing is like starting to dent. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I could show you. There's already little holes in there from how much I use this. I love this. This is like my ride or die. This is amazing, but I'm perfectly fine not having this. As long as I have this, I'm like set. I feel like out of everything, you guys should really try this. And these also have minis of all the shades, blushes, bronzers, everything. So if you want to try them out, like I said, they have minis of these, so check them out. I think you would actually love it if you have dry skin or mature skin. Highly recommend. And then for blush, I actually have a couple. So the first one that I want to recommend, it's not this palette because this palette doesn't even exist anymore, but it's the actual product inside. So these are the Stila convertible cream blushes, and I just saw that they recently came out with these in stick form, and I would really recommend these to anyone that's ever, you know, wondered if these are good. They're amazing. I know no one talks about them because no one really uses cream blushes, but I do, and I really love the colors, particularly this one. Let me see if I can, that one, it's in the shade Camellia, and I know they sell that one in a full size, so I would really recommend you guys try this out. It's a very natural, neutral color. It looks beautiful on the skin. It doesn't pick up the foundation when you apply this, and I apply it both ways, either with my fingers or with a sponge, and it always leaves that nice and dewy, beautiful formula that I wish more people would talk about because it's amazing. And then another, if you want to feel like a little bit more luxe, I would really recommend maybe trying out the Patrick Ta blush, and I have the shade She's Sincere. That's actually what I'm wearing today. Let me open this in case you guys don't know what it looks like. It looks like this. And this one, actually, you need more of a like harsher brush, and you have to kind of like dig it in there, and once you do, it picks up the formula very nice, and it's very light. It blends in really nice. I feel like this particular blush, you can't go wrong with the way you apply it because it's so light and so natural to the skin that you would probably love it. So again, this is a shade She's Sincere from Patrick Ta if you want to buy yourself something a little bit more luxe. And then another blush formula that I want to, well, blush that I want to recommend to you guys are the NARS blushes. And I actually want to specifically recommend the new ones that they just came out with. This one is the old, I don't know if it's the old formula, 'cause I think they're new, I think they're reformulated, but this is the older one and I really love it. This is in the shade Dolce Vita. But again, I'm not really recommending a specific shade, but I'm just letting you know in case you guys are wondering. I love the NARS blushes, and I feel like if you were going to try any of them out, you should try those. They're freaking amazing, and like I said, they just came out with like a ton of new shades, so check them out. I think you can find any shade that you've ever thought of maybe needing in your life. I think they came out with it, so check them out. And then the only other one that I have to recommend for you guys, it's actually a cheek palette, and it's also from NARS. Sorry guys, I love my NARS. And it's the Overlust palette, and it looks like that. And the way it looks inside is like this. So it has all the highlights on the bottom and then all the blushes on the top. And I specifically love these two. I feel like the formula is so nice and light. It's actually a little bit different from this one, but I feel like this one's a little bit better. And then the highlights are so beautiful. That's the biggest reason why I would recommend this, because these are a new formula. It's kind of like a, excuse me, like a cream to powder formula, and it's so amazing. If you like that natural looking highlight, then these are going to be it for you guys. But if you're wanting something more blinding, you probably wouldn't like this, but I would really recommend this to anybody that's interested and was eyeing it. I say go for it. And then for bronzers, I only have two. So the first one is this Charlotte Tilbury contour one, and I have the shade medium dark, and it looks like that. And I'm pretty sure you guys know what it looks like on the inside. It's that kind of like doe foot applicator. It looks like that. And I know it looks really dark, but I promise you, once you apply it and you blend it out with the sponge, it's so natural looking. Like, this is what one of the bronzers that I'm wearing underneath today, and I blend it out perfectly and beautifully. And as you can tell, it's not harsh or anything like that. I feel like Charlotte Tilbury literally has almost no horrible products. Like, majority of her items that I've tried, I've fallen in love with, and I feel like she was just the best. NARS and Charlotte Tilbury are like my addiction. I love them. Now the other bronzer that I have to show you guys is a powder bronzer, and this one is from Bobbi Brown. And I feel like nobody talks about Bobbi Brown, but her bronzers are honestly like the best. If you haven't tried them, I honestly, you do even go swatch, well, you can't go swatch them, but eventually when they open everything up, you can try and go and swatch them, and you'll see that it's just so soft. Even when, and then the way they blend out, they never look chalky, they never look cakey. You never have to, when you put your brush in, it never dispenses too much. And if you feel like maybe you added too much bronzer, just blend it out with keep blending it out with your brush, and I promise you this blends out amazing. So it looks like that, and this is in the shade Natural 1. And I don't understand why people don't talk more about her, especially because she has so many different shades. She has literally from the lightest to the darkest. Literally, if you're like a dark skin individual and you can't find a bronzer, I highly suggest you check out Bobbi Brown. I know there's a couple of YouTubers that I follow, and they're obviously, you know, dark skin, and I noticed that they mentioned this specific not this color, but this specific bronzer, and they said that they love the way it looks on their skin. So in case you guys were wondering, you know, check them out, and we'll check her out, and I feel like maybe you guys will really love it. I told you I was gonna bring up random stuff that nobody really talks about. Sorry guys. And then the other product that I wanted to share with you guys are my eyeshadow palettes. I only have two brands to share with you guys. So the first one that I wanted to show and share is a Just Peachy Matte palette from Too Faced, and it looks like that. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this. It's an all matte eyeshadow palette, and I feel like it's perfect for spring, for summer. These mattes blend so nicely. Like, people are always asking for an all matte eyeshadow palette, and I feel like they nailed it. And then the different color combinations are amazing. I love it. And yeah, it smells a little bit, but I feel like the scent has gone away, so if you're sensitive to the smell, you won't like it. But again, I love this. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today, mixed in with another eyeshadow that I will show you guys. And then the last well, the only other eyeshadow palette actually that eyeshadow palette brand, I guess, because I'm gonna suggest the brand, is the obviously Natasha Denona. I love her, and I only have the 5 pan, and then I have minis. So if you were interested in checking her out but you don't want to spend the $129 on her huge one, then I highly suggest, specifically out of all the 5 pans, the Camel palette, which is this one. It's very neutral and perfect. Like, every time that I try to find a nice neutral palette, they're either too orangey or just, I don't know, I just don't like the way they sit on my skin. This one, whatever you see on the palette is what you're gonna see on your eyes, and that's what I love about her formula. So in case you're wondering, this one in particular, I would really highly suggest. Perfect everyday eyeshadow palette. And then the minis obviously are amazing, and I'm actually wearing this one in my eyes today, so you can see that's what it looks like. That's the main reason I bought this one. If you saw one of my hauls, you would see that I specifically bought it for the middle shade, and I love it. No regrets there. And then I specifically also wanted to mention this one because this one's already on sale. I think it's like 12 bucks, and then I'm pretty sure it's still going to be on sale. So when you use your 20% off, you're only going to pay like 10 bucks, and I feel like that's a really good deal for wanting to try out her eyeshadows. So that one looks like that. So that's why I specifically wanted to share this one. I really want the 129 palette. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up getting it because I have a gift card that I've been saving for, so I can use on that. And yeah, anyways, the next product that I want to share with you guys are lip products. And the first one that I want to recommend is obviously the Fenty gloss bombs. If you haven't tried them out, you should. I feel like everyone and their mama has talked about these, so if you haven't tried it out, try it out. And these are not that expensive for a lip gloss, and I feel like it's a really good amount for what you're paying for. And then my favorite, like, natural comfortable matte lipstick, bullet lipstick, are the Charlotte Tilbury. These are like my everyday. I usually wear like Bond Girl, and I can't remember the other shade, but that's what it looks like. And this is what it looks like on the inside. And these actually, I don't know what it is, I think they have something in them to keep your lips moisturized, because I've never once felt like cracked lips or dry lips anytime I wear this. And like I said, this is like the most natural looking formula that I can think of, that I love so much out of all the products that I have. And I have a lot of lipsticks. This is my favorite one. And then my other favorite, but it's not a lipstick, it's a lip pencil, are these NARS, what are these called? Velvet matte lip pencils, and they look like this. And specifically, I would suggest for you guys to check out any of their reds, because I feel like they do red lip pencils really well. I've actually recommended these to my friends, and they love it. A bunch of them already own like 2 or 3 different ones, and specifically the red ones, because I feel like not everyone can do it red good, but they do it amazing. And what I like about them too is that, particularly the red ones, or like the burgundy ones, they kind of leave like a stain on your lips. And when you're going out and stuff like that, you know, you're drinking and it kind of wears off, and it's kind of a high maintenance thing to worry about when you're wearing, sorry, I need water. It's kind of a high maintenance lipstick color to maintain, but like I said, these actually leave kind of like a stain, so that's another plus that I really like about this. And they never leave cracked or chapped lines on my lips. I feel like this is amazing. I feel like this and this are literally the same formula, but obviously this one's in a lip pencil and this one's in a bullet, but this one has colors that this one doesn't, and then this one has colors that this one doesn't. So yeah, but I literally own every single shade in this, so that should tell you something. And then the only other lip product that I would suggest for you guys to try out are the minis from Pat McGrath, and they look like that. And honestly, I would suggest you guys try out any of the minis. Actually, that's more of the reason why I kind of have these, because I was actually going to tell you guys the little mini sets. If you want to try out a brand, and let's say you don't want to commit like $30 or $40 for the lipsticks, I mean, what better than to try out a mini and see if you even like the formula. And then if you end up loving the color and it ends up, you know, blowing your mind, then you know, next sale comes around, then you can, you know, pay the full price. But that's my suggestion for all these. If you can find a set or mini sets of any of the products, do it and try it out first. I know everyone always says, oh, it's not a bang for your buck, but honestly, I'd rather try something out and pay less and not like it than pay full price and then hate it. So that's just my personal opinion. And then the last products that I have to mention are the Sephora brushes. As you guys know, I'm like obsessed with the Sephora brushes. I have 2 of the eye brushes here. I have a ton, but I specifically just wanted to, you know, show these because I use these a lot. And this is an all over face powder brush that I use, and this one I particularly use it for my under eyes when I use it. And obviously, you know, the blending brushes and things like that, but these are such good quality. I've yet to have like a brush that I don't like. These are amazing, and if you haven't tried them out, I highly suggest you try at least one of them out and then seeing if you like how they feel. I know they don't look like this anymore. I just went on the website. Sorry guys, my camera died. So like I was saying, I would really recommend the Sephora brushes. They actually have one right now on sale that's $75, and it has about 6 or 7 brushes. So just think about that. If you buy the $75 one and then add the 20%, it's going to be like around 60 or 50 bucks. So yeah, so, and then if you don't want to commit to a whole set, then just try out at least one of the brushes. They don't look like this anymore. I just went on the website today and I saw that they redesigned their brushes, so it's still the same ones. Like the numbers, everything, the shape, everything is exactly the same. It's just now that they changed the color of the brush hairs and the handle. So these are the ones that I grabbed just to show you guys. But yeah, if you haven't tried these, give them a shot. And then the last product that I have to share with you guys is this Sephora sponge. It looks like this. It's the Total Coverage sponge. I know no one talks about this, but this is literally my favorite sponge aside from the Real Techniques. I always interchange. So if I like buy that one, then I'll buy this one and have it as a backup. Right now, this is what I'm going to be opening up. So I'm going to get actually another one of these. And if you haven't tried this out, it's amazing. Like I said, it's just as good as the beauty blender. And I know no one talks about this, but my favorite sponge, like I said, this one and the Real Techniques. And that's it, guys. Like I said, I was trying to only suggest products that they don't sell at Ulta, so that's why it's only a small amount. But I hope you liked my recommendations list, and then I'm actually going to be doing a video on my wish list. I'm obviously not going to go crazy or anything, but I'm just going to, you know, show you guys what I'm interested in and why. And, you know, I'll be doing that video soon. So thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you guys next time. And again, hopefully none of you guys are too angry at me for making this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.